We back, we back. 3 times because it's the third episode of the Go Cry About It podcast, the sports podcast. How you feeling today, Braxton?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm good, bro. I can't complain. Just navigating through these summer classes, bro.
I feel you.
But since our last episode, you had a baseball game, bro. How did that go?
Went all right. We lost 4-6. It was a close game, but there's some couple mistakes that early in the game that cost us. But me personally, I felt like I could have did better. But honestly, I'm not gonna trip about it too much. Summer ball is typically where I use to get more polish as a player, so that way when fall and spring stuff starts with school, I'm able to be more of a complete player.
No, I definitely feel you on that, bro. You just really getting the work in, getting the reps in, so you sharpening your game. But at least y'all put up a fight, though, bro.
Yeah.
But since we on the topic of baseball, go ahead, take it away, bro.
Yeah. Since while we're at it, I want to go ahead and say a rest in peace to Willie Mays, one of the great players of all time in MLB, one of the best players to step on the diamond for sure. For starters, I know you don't really pay attention to baseball much.
Yeah.
He's a 24-time All-Star, 10 seasons batting over 300 and had 660 home runs all time. I can't remember what exactly he is on that list, but I know for a fact he's top 10. So
For sure. Think you better than Jackie Robinson?
Oh, 100%. He's one of the he's a 5-tool player, so that means he's pretty much can do pretty much everything on the field.
Okay.
Not knocking Jackie for what he was what he accomplished, but honestly, Willie Mays was a more complete player.
Okay. I feel you on that. But yeah, that's really your lane, man. I got cousins that play baseball. I went to baseball games with my pops, but I never really, sat down, I guess, been a fan or kept up with the sport, and RP to Willie Mays, but before we got on the camera, you were saying just why is that the case? Why aren't more people fans? Why aren't more people playing the sport? You feel me? And before I let you take it away, bro, I just feel like it's just a slow game in my opinion. Like I said, I went to baseball games with my pops, and just sitting there and watching the game, even though they got the pitch clock going down, it's still just very, I guess, it's just long, you feel me? And there's some excitement, you got the home run, stealing bases and all that, but, you just gotta wait, you feel me? It's the closest thing to fishing, in my opinion. But what about you?
Fishing, I feel like, is a huge stretch, to be honest.
You don't think so?
No, because I have a lot of friends now who I've talked to or I talked to about baseball, and they were telling me now that they've we all especially nowadays they talk about how they wish they had played baseball, and I'm like, yeah, you missed out because a lot of stuff that's going on. Honestly, I do admit I remember how it was going to baseball games before the pitch clock. It wasn't a big problem to me because I just enjoyed being in the atmosphere and whatnot.
For
but
sure.
I do admit, those games where it's 3 hours, 3.5 hours long, it's kind of crazy. Now it's I think they said the average is down to 2 hours and 40 minutes maybe, and that's real quick. So,
yeah, but that's still real long too.
I mean, it's pretty much the same as to a football game or basketball game.
Yeah, I guess I never really just paid attention to how long it is. It never really seems like it's that long with basketball. Maybe more so football, but yeah. But did you say why you feel like people don't?
Well, you kind of said it. I've heard that same stuff. People talk about how baseball is kind of boring. It's slow.
Yeah.
And it's and the funniest thing is some people will even say baseball is easy. And I'm like, okay, I'd like to definitely see you step out in the field with us.
Nah.
I'll even volunteer pitching to somebody and let them try and hit off me.
Yeah, baseball is not easy.
Nah.
Come on, man. I would love to see the aluminum bats come back though. Or what? Were there ever a thing?
Major leagues, like no.
No, okay.
There'll be way too many home runs.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what the sport need, bro. Like when they was all on steroids, Barry Bonds and all them, bro. That was a good time in baseball history.
Mm-mm.
You don't think so?
I mean, it wasn't. I'm not knocking it, but I'm saying like nowadays.
Yeah, I feel you. You still got people like Otani though knocking out homers. I know he had a real long one. Yeah, Aaron Judge too. Yeah. You know, it's still possible. You feel me? Yeah. But that's anything else about Willie Mays baseball?
Not really. Just rest in peace with a legend to the game.
For sure.
Lived a long life, so that's all you can pretty much ask for.
Yeah. You see yourself modeling your game after him though?
I don't like. For me personally, I'd probably for the long term, I'd probably just stick to pitching. Like me currently right now, I'm a pitcher and an outfielder, but like pitching, I feel like I have the best chance of going long distance because that's one place that I definitely feel like I'm the most competitive about it. Not saying I'm not competitive as an outfielder, but I'm just like a lot more mentally, like my mental toughness when it comes to pitching is there compared to what it is as an outfielder, and I would have to hit and stuff.
Yeah, I feel you. Pitchers is definitely real exciting to watch. Like I said, my cousin played baseball. He was a pitcher too, so it was always fun watching him on the mound for sure. But we move on to the NBA, man. Everybody has seen it. Everybody knows about it. The Boston Celtics, they have won their 18th championship, bro. How you feel about that?
Don't really care about it.
Wasn't an entertaining finals at all, huh?
This is I feel like this is the second year in a row that we've had a finals matchup that just didn't pan out to being like something I'd want to watch. Last year we had the Nuggets and the Heat. Pretty much that was an easy win for the Heat. I mean, easy win for the Nuggets.
Yeah.
The Heat weren't really equipped to beat the Nuggets. And then you go to the look at this year's Celtics versus Mavs. Obviously, you expect it to be a lot closer, but Kyrie doesn't show up. Luka's the only one putting in work for the team, and the role players in the Mavericks weren't really showing up either. So
yeah, it's not even like the Mavs left us with hope for real, because it's like they got a gentleman swept. So I could see if maybe they were out there putting up a fight, but it's just like when you're tuning in game after game and they're getting beat really badly, it's just like, bro,
constantly turning the channel and then seeing they're down 15, and it's like,
right. Okay. It's like, why do I even want to watch this? And even though nowadays, in the NBA, a 20-point lead teams have come back from, but it's still just not motivating or not entertaining.
And it keeps constantly happening. So it's like, okay, I don't really feel like wasting my time with this.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it's crazy because the Celtics, they weren't even really a fan favorite. I would say that people went into this series thinking, okay, Kyrie finna get another ring. He finna turn up on Boston. He finna get his revenge. You feel me? And that didn't happen. And it's just along with that, people, they clowning Jason Tatum too. It's just I don't know what it is with the Celtics, bro. I'm just not really a fan. I know we were talking about it a little bit off air, but why you think the jokes are so easy to come about with Jason Tatum?
Because of the stuff he does with how much the way he idols Kobe Bryant. A lot of people view it as corny, especially with him being a grown man. So it's okay. Yeah. And then also a lot of people don't really like Jaylen Brown either because they think he's not as great as what his contract is. So, because I can't remember exactly what the number is, but I know it's a little bit over $300 million. And I can't remember how $300 million for I think 5 years, and a lot of people don't agree with that. So
they made him highest paid, right?
Yeah.
I remember they was making jokes about Jaylen Brown too, saying
he has no left.
Yeah, no left, and on top of that too, they said his braids were like the AT&T logo. That was the craziest thing to me, bro. But definitely they were saying he had no left. But I feel like for Jaylen Brown to go out and win a championship, win Finals MVP, and then for Tatum to lead his team in points, rebound, and assists, it's just how can you possibly clown these folks? You feel me? What more can they say?
I mean, they can't really. It kind of silence haters now. So, but now it's they got to show that they can do it again.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But when you look at that roster, bro, they got Drew Holiday, who's a two-time NBA champion. You got that shooting guard with Jalen Brown. I feel like he solidified himself.
Derek White.
Yeah, Derek White too, and you got Porzingis, and of course Tatum. So it's just like, do you think they can do it another year? Is this like,
100%. Drew Holiday is, if he can, obviously, I feel like it comes down to health with that team too.
yeah?
Um,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Still, like obviously they still have Drew Holiday locked down for another 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a 6-time All NBA, so I mean all defensive first team. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, they have their defensive rock right there, and then Porzingis, he's good in like rim protection.
Yeah.
Jalen Brown's good defensively. Jason Tatum's taking steps forward, so
Yeah.
it just comes down to them being able to stay healthy and then like building off of what they did this year.
Yeah. Dynasty question mark?
I don't think so.
Okay. What if they win that second one? Is there should the talks be more serious?
I feel like a dynasty, in my opinion, you got to win. I'd say 3 within like
4 years.
No, not 4 years. I'd say 3 within like 5 or 6 years.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely more realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we gonna see, man. They got the most championships in NBA history, so who knows where this high will take them, you feel me? But
I'll tell you.
go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll tell you who won't be winning the ring anytime soon. The Suns.
Bro, you don't even have to go there, man. And my boy KD might just find a way to get removed from the Suns. So
He ain't gonna get a ring. He still has no rings.
hey, he did that Golden State Warriors move. So who knows?
No rings. Asterisks next to those rings.
Oh my God, we not even see. We getting off topic, man. He finna take me there, man. I can't do this today. But I was gonna say, bro, before you made that comment, bro. Just with Kyrie and Luka and them just falling short, like how does this affect Kyrie's legacy? How does this affect Luka's legacy, if this even does?
I don't really think it affects their legacy. Really, Kyrie is pretty much solidified himself as one of the best point guards of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, it's not great that he didn't perform well, but I don't think it's gonna knock his legacy because he. And then Luka, he still has plenty of time to make it back to the finals. He's still young, so it's like he has, I say, another 10 plus years of being in the NBA if health is on his side. So he has a lot of time, like, to make up for what happened in this. And I don't think it's not really making up for this finals. It's just being able to get over that hump of, like, and actually winning the championship.
Yeah. Yeah, because, oftentimes in NBA history, a lot of players, they make it there at first and then they lose and then come back more experienced, whatever the case may be. And
Same thing with the Celtics.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That's a good point because they lost to the Warriors and came back with more experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Luka is definitely still young, but I feel like this affects him in a way that he now has that chip on his shoulder. He might come back with a whole new transformation next season knowing that, okay, I'm trying to get there again. So this definitely put that chip on the shoulder. You think Kyrie is, like, towards the tail end of his career, or this is just nothing for him?
If I'm correct, I think Kyrie is about 32, maybe, if I'm correct. I don't know if you can look that up.
Yeah, let me see.
If that's the case, I still think, like, he has
32.
So he has, I'd probably say, another 4 or 5 years, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really know because he's a player. He's a very skilled player, and so he could last longer in the league because he doesn't specifically rely on athleticism like someone who's like a John Wall or Russell Westbrook or D Rose. So
yeah, that's a good point. I was gonna say that literally, when you finish, Kyrie's game doesn't focus on athleticism, so that's definitely an advantage for him. But I was gonna also say, is 4 or 5 years enough for Kyrie Irving, personally, to get a ring?
If Mark Cuban can get, like, if Kyrie stays with the Mavs, and can Mark Cuban, like, to make some moves to help benefit this team. That's what it comes down to, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I was scrolling on Twitter the other day, and I seen a Bronny James fan account. They had photoshopped Bronny and LeBron in Mavs jerseys alongside Luca.
I wouldn't like that at all. Because one, that's a big problem. Because LeBron and you would have LeBron, Luca, and Kyrie. Both are like ball dominant players,
Yeah,
and Luca is pretty much just another. I don't want to say a great value LeBron, but he's I almost identical to LeBron, but not quite.
yeah, yeah. That is definitely a mix of interesting players for sure, and that puts an immense amount of pressure on Bronny James. You feel me? He going into his rookie year with championship expectations, with revenge expectations. You feel me? So yeah, but I mean, aside from the NBA Finals, aside from the obvious, you feel me? Like I said, everybody done seen it. So aside from that, we had breaking news on the low. The Bulls, our hometown team, they traded Alex Caruso for the Predator Giddy. Crazy. We was just going in the right direction with the Bulls front office making the right moves and whatnot. And they trade for a Predator, bro. What are your thoughts on that? I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words.
I don't even know what. Yeah, I don't.
Predator. Come on, bro.
I don't even know what to say about that. Josh Giddey isn't even worth it. Alex Caruso actually is a decent role player.
Amazing role player. He stepped up for us big time.
I'm not a Bulls fan. I don't care about any Chicago team, so they can make any moves they want.
Yeah.
Would have rather seen Caruso end up back on the Lakers where he was supposed to be, but
Yeah.
it's whatever.
Is he going to jail well in OKC?
Oh, I thought you asked if he was going to jail.
Nah, he definitely should be in jail, bro. Definitely should be. But that's a topic for another day. That's not on our list of subjects, bro. So
I think he'll I feel like he'll gel well with them. He brings some veteran experience, so that's what that OKC team needs, especially with disappointing like for run in the playoffs, losing in the first round, which I feel like they definitely should have beat the Mavs, considering what they were able to do throughout the whole regular season.
Yeah.
But like they say, that's the reason why it's called the regular season. Playoffs is a completely different animal.
Completely different animal. You only got a certain amount of games to get your act right, and that foul really cost him that whole series.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like you said, that veteran experience is going to be there, though. But as far as Caruso being on the Bulls, I hope they don't even play, bro. Like, I don't even know why they did that. Maybe they're just clearing up room for Zach LaVine. Maybe that's what that is. That's like the only valid excuse for that. But even with them trading away Zach LaVine, it's not like they're getting better, bro. So who knows what the Bulls are doing over there. I'm borderline with you, bro, on not caring about any Chicago team, bro. They just let you down by doing stuff like this, bro. And not to mention the Bears traded Justin Fields, so this just goes to show why you shouldn't be a Chicago fan. But anyways, bro, skip the Bulls. Monty Williams fired, Detroit Pistons, first year. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
I think it's stupid. I feel like obviously this season for the Pistons was not a great year, considering that, especially when they went on that big losing streak towards the early on in the season. And like we said, it's his first year. I feel like you should give him at least 2-3 more years to actually like build from it. Because yet again, he also did win. He did get to the finals back in 2021. So it's like, okay, he knows what he's doing. He can coach. So why can't you just give him like chance to build something with the team?
Exactly.
And that's like I said to you earlier when we were off camera, like a lot of teams and like front offices don't have the patience for whatever reason. Like they'll hire somebody right off the bat, and like right as soon as they hire them, they're like, okay, they automatically start thinking, oh yeah, we're a championship contender, or they expect major differences, and sometimes that's not the case.
Yep, I feel you on that. Man, I don't understand it, though. Like you said, I think it's stupid. Like, the front office, like, maybe it's something wrong with your players. You feel me? Like, I'm looking at you guys' roster right now, and I could tell you one person who already could have contributed to the terrible season you guys had, James Wiseman. You feel me? Maybe you guys should have got rid of him, but like you said, I think it's stupid, and they need time to build anything there. 1 year is simply not enough. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the only team that has took that major leap within a year is probably the Orlando Magic, but other than that, you need time. And like I was telling you too, with the front office though, they may be impatient because when you're paying someone $80 million, $65 million, whatever the case may be, it's just like, okay, we need this job done now. You feel me? That's not really money that they have to be patient with, whatever the case may be. But even though they signed him to 5 years though, so it's just like, what did they expect within them 5 years?
Yeah, but at the same time, what's it called? Like, you can't really blame him for the situation he joined. That team was bad beforehand. Like, you had
Facts.
they had players like Killian Hayes. Like, man was garbage.
Yeah.
And like their whole roster was like
Killian Hayes
wasn't that great. So, and I all I know for a fact, and people who I know people who bet probably know this. I have a friend who told me about this because he bets, and he was saying people would always slam the under on Killian Hayes stats.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Killian Hayes is a walking meme. You feel me? They let him go. How do you get let go from the worst team in the NBA? That says a lot about you as an individual player. You feel me? But yeah, it's a lot going on in Detroit, man. They got a lot of questions to answer. They got a lot of things that they need to figure out. But we on the topic of coaches, bro. JJ Redick, coach of the LA Lakers, your favorite team. I know you got something to say about that.
That's kind of interesting. I don't really know. I was kind of interested. I was more interested in seeing if the UConn coach, I can't remember his name correctly, but if he would end up going there. I think it's Dan Hurley, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
That sounds right. But
I could look it up for you.
But he rejected it, which I don't blame him. So it's
Yep.
it wasn't enough money to like obviously drive him away. I mean, drive him away from UConn.
Yeah.
So,
A winning team at that.
yeah, so he can even he can easily just go back to UConn, like win some more championships or add some more accolades, and then come back and get more money than what they were offered. The Lakers offered.
Yeah.
So, but with JJ Redick, it's gonna be interesting. I know he has a good basketball IQ. Just hearing him and LeBron talk basketball, I know he knows what he's talking about. Obviously, it's just gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting. But first thing I'd have to say is it also comes down to stuff like Rob Pelinka doing stuff better with the front, like doing stuff with moves and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yep.
Because that roster there's a lot of stuff that needs to be changed in that roster. First of all, D'Lo's got to go. I'm sorry. I was huge on D'Lo when he was having that stretch of games where he was doing good.
Yeah.
That man walks into the playoffs and completely is. I can't say what I want to say on air, but that man was garbage.
He was rear end, huh?
Yeah. Constantly selling. You got 0 points in a playoff in a playoff game. That's embarrassing. It got to the point where what's his name? Dang, I just forgot about him. That's how bad of a coach he was.
Darvin Ham?
Darvin.
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't even play him in crunch time.
No, he couldn't.
And honestly, it kind of circles back to like the Lakers not having great success. Them not making not signing players that like allowed them to win. Like them getting rid of KCP, Kuzma. And there was somebody else, but getting rid of players like them, and then also letting Dennis Schroeder walk. When during the times of them being like really good, they were really good when they had good perimeter defense. So you let Drew Holiday, you let Dennis Schroeder walk. He's one of the best perimeter defenders at the point guard position.
Yeah,
and honestly, he's a better. Honestly, I'd take him any day over D'Lo. And you pay D'Lo a lot of money, and you look at the money that Toronto paid Dennis Schroeder, you could have got that for cheaper than paying somebody who's just gonna sell you in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, the Lakers, they made a lot of BS moves, bro. They even signed people like Christian Wood. Like, come on,
I
bro.
mean, Christian Wood's a good option. Like I've seen him. I know his game. I remember like when he was with the Houston Rockets and then
Yeah,
with the Mavs, he was good. It's just like they never used him the right way. I feel like in for the Lakers, and that came down to the coaching with Darvin Ham. So
yeah.
I trust that.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I trust that JJ Redick's gonna get that stuff fixed out and sorted, so
Yeah,
that way they're better.
yeah. I was gonna ask you too, though. Like, of course, LeBron has he has been coached by coaches that he's played against, played with, but this would be the first time that Anthony Davis has had to deal with that, and just I guess other players that are also on the Lakers as well. Do you feel like that affects the team's just morale any kind of way?
I don't think so. I feel like they'll be fine as long as they're comfortable with the coach and trust like that he knows what he's doing and
Mm-hmm.
can do it. Like, because honestly, at this point, I felt like anything was better than Darvin Ham.
Yeah,
I felt like I could have gone out there, coach, did some stuff.
yeah,
Shoot, I would have let LeBron call the shots
for real.
instead of having somebody over there just sitting on the bench, walking up and down the court, hands in pockets, letting teams go on 20-0 runs.
Facts. Who knows what he was doing in those pockets, bro? Man, could possibly been touching himself, bro. But Darvin Ham stinks. Darvin Ham stinks, bro. But yeah, anybody's better than Darvin Ham. JJ Redick is 100% better than Darvin Ham. But like you said, though, Dan Hurley would have been the right thing to do. But who knows, bro? The Lakers are just an interesting team, bro. You never know what you're gonna get from them at all.
So what do you like? What do you think is like early predictions for next season?
Man, I mean, I'm not even gonna sit here and say the Suns. Feel me? I'm not even gonna take that route.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna let you.
But you can't sit here and say the Lakers either, bro.
I trust the Lakers will make a better run than the Suns, 100%. KD is not leading no team. I'm sorry.
Man, the realistic answer, I guess, I would have to go with the Timberwolves, as I said last episode. And looking at the Celtics on paper, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a big fan of Missoula as well. So I kind of got hoping to repeat a little bit. You still can't X out the Nuggets either, though. But
Nuggets are overrated a little bit, in my opinion.
yeah, that showed this playoffs. That showed. I felt that way as well. I felt that they were so overrated that the Suns could beat them. You feel me? Obviously, that wasn't the case, but yeah, bro. What's your early predictions, bro?
Shoot, I feel like, I can't. I think we talked about this before. I still kind of want to see what moves are made because there's a lot of questions of players who are up in the air. I know like Paul George.
Oh yeah.
He's up in the air. The Pacers brought back Pascal Siakam. I think this was last night for $189 million. So
Sheesh.
that's a decent signing.
Yeah, that's decent.
Pacers, I don't know. I low key want to see the Knicks. I want to see them healthy and see because they're able to get this far, being that whole team banged up. I want to see the Knicks. I feel like they'll be right there, able to compete with the Celtics.
Yeah.
And then the Timberwolves, I have high expectations for the Timberwolves. I feel like the only reason why they didn't do well against the Mavs is because they were pretty much drained. You had an easy sweep of the Suns, but then you had a hard fought series against the Nuggets that took them to Game 7, and then right after Game 7, I think like a day or a day and a half after, or 2 days later, you had to play Game 1 against the Mavs, and the Mavs had already been waiting. They had a little bit of a break because they finished their series pretty early.
Yep. You're not lying about that, bro. And that's where the experience comes in. And Mike Conley, he is a vet, but he's not playoff experience to tell him, all right, guys, we need to do X, Y, and Z to make sure that we're here and there. You feel me? He in the locker room telling them, yeah, y'all go out there and do this for me. Like, come on, bro. We need something else. You feel me? But yeah. We're gonna see, man. The NBA it's definitely entertaining. I say it's definitely gonna be interesting to see what teams do in the off season and whatnot. So
Mm-hmm.
we gonna see, man. But yeah, Boston Celtics 18 championships. That's just what it is for now. But we gonna segue over to the WNBA. Something big that just really happened was that Sky versus Fever game. I know you don't really care about the Chicago teams, but what you feel about that?
I still haven't really watched it. I Yeah, I haven't really watched any of the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
But I still see it, considering that it's pretty much forced all over social media, and I'm not complaining about that, but I'm just saying like it is pretty much forced on social media, and
Yeah.
so I'll watch it and I'll see some of the stuff. I see a lot of slander for Angel Reese.
Yeah.
One thing I will say though, that I remember that the foul they called on Angel Reese, that they changed to a flagrant foul.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just a big problem with basketball in general, because they want to. It's like refs and like umpires or whatever in all like sports have gotten terrible over these past 2-3 years. Everything is every sport becomes real soft.
Yeah.
Everything's a flag, penalty, or whatever.
Yeah.
Foul.
Why is that?
I don't know. A lot of coaches got. I feel like they probably let their personal feelings get involved, whatnot, or they'll put themselves on a like. They feel like they're very like power. They have the fact that they have the power to control and like
Yeah.
determine what goes on in things.
Yeah. They feel like they're more important than the game itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel you on that, bro. That foul was definitely soft. That's a basketball play, you feel me?
You can easily see she was going for the ball.
Facts. Even in the NBA, it's just not even the WNBA. In the NBA, people are calling for, they want to reverse the calls. They want to see the call all over again. It's just like, man, go out there and play, man. Stop crying. Stop being soft, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the game that I love?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that technical foul was a real controversial topic. I hope they get it together though. All officials in all sports, you feel me? But
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin Clark, she had a real good game against them, bro. She had 23, 9, and 8, bro. That's like one of the most solid games she had since she been in the league, bro.
I think I saw she was the fastest WNBA player to, I think, like 200 points and something amount of assists, which shout out to her.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Caitlin Clark, man. And Angel Reese, she got the most double doubles, yeah. What does that say for just the Sky and the Fever though? Like, you think they're taking a step in the right direction with these new rookies that they acquired, or what? You looking like, man, that don't mean nothing, bro.
I mean, it's good for personal stuff. I mean, I also see a lot of people, like, going back to what I was talking about when I heard people slander Angel Reese.
Yeah.
When they talk about her getting all the rebounds and stuff, they talk about how most of them, like over half of them are her own misses. You know, like I'm seeing some of the and I feel like some of the stuff, like I'm seeing her, I feel like obviously she's a professional, so she knows what she's doing, but like for me, like I feel like she can clean up her like post work a lot easier, a lot better than what she's doing now, because it's like whatever she doing, it obviously ain't working, because she obviously getting like blocked constantly, missing like layups and stuff. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, bro. I will say, like, shout out to her for being the, like, was it most double doubles for a rookie or something like that?
Yeah.
But even though she got that statistic, bro, like watching the games, her points don't look, or any of their points don't look. Oh, I can't say that. Angel Reese points, they don't look impressive, bro. She just out there just throwing the ball up. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like the rebounds might just be the most exciting part of her game, no cap. But
might be a female Dennis Rodman.
for sure, shout out to her though, bro. You know, it take a lot to go out there night night to put your body on the line, go out there and just hustle up and down the court. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Especially when your team is bad, because I know the Chicago Sky are bad too.
Yeah, right. That's what I was gonna say too. Like, even though they are Caitlin Clark and Andrew Reese, they are they're good individually. Their teams are trash, respectfully. You feel me? Like, outside of them, they got to get it together as well. And I don't even want to sound like no hater or nothing like that. It's just real, I'm just being real, bro. I'm just telling you what I see. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, shout out to Caitlin Clark, shout out Andrew Reese. You feel me? Shout out to Chicago Sky. But somebody else in the WNBA, another rookie. You feel me?
Oh, Cameron Brink tore her ACL.
Yeah,
I
tore
saw
her
that.
ACL. Yeah. Every time I hear someone tearing their ACL, I automatically think of Derrick Rose every single time, bro. He's like the creator of the torn ACL injury.
I mean, there's countless people beforehand, but like
Yeah.
he's very like popular because like he was in the midst of like bringing back the Bulls glory days, and
Yeah.
he was in. They left him in. I think that was Thibodeau that was still coaching. He left him in garbage time, and this man tore his ACL.
Yeah. And that was around the time where like 15-point leads, 20-point leads weren't popular to come back from, or weren't easy to come back from. So
especially with 2 minutes, so it's like
yeah, for sure. But with Cameron Brink tearing her ACL though, bro, I hope she rests up. You feel me? But the Sparks, they was gonna be trash anyway, bro.
Yeah, they were I think 4-11. But she was doing decent. 8.5 points, game 7. Something rebounds per game and 2.4 blocks per game. So that's obviously that's good.
Yeah, for sure. And for a rookie, you can only expect so much. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I hope that she, rest up. It sucks to deal with injuries or anything like that. But I remember I said in another episode, like, I'm a big believer in just athletes bouncing back from being hurt, you feel me? If you take care of your body, we young, you feel me? Take care of your body, do the right things, eat the right stuff, you feel me? She'll be back in no time. She'll be back dominating the game for sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, she won't be able to be participate in this year's Olympics.
Yeah.
I think she was in the 3v3 stuff with Haley Van Lith, right?
Oh, that was part of the Olympics, the 3v3 stuff? Okay, yeah. I didn't know about that. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. You feel me? But, she'll bounce back, like I said, for sure. But, also shout out Rickea Jackson on the Sparks, too. She's a rookie, and she's one of the most, like, good-looking women in WNBA. So, shout out to Sparks and them, man. But, yeah, aside from the WNBA, everybody has seen this, too. Everybody's making memes talking about this. Javonte Davis versus Frank Martin.
Knock the Sonic rings out that man.
Knock the Sonic rings out that man. That's crazy. He was playing a ropey dope trying to beat Muhammad Ali and got knocked out, bro. What you feel about that, bro? Was it an interesting fight? Were you watching that fight?
I wasn't able to watch the fight, but I just remember seeing stuff like from the press conference and this man talking about he was thanking what's it called? Tank for allowing him taking the fight so he can knock him out and stuff. And then as soon as like the fight happens, this man Tank just knocked him out, and it's like, yep. I anticipated that happening. I knew Frank Martin wasn't really going to do anything. People were saying he was going to be a big test for Tank. Tank handled him very, very well.
Yeah, I see Tank had like a little bruise or something on his eye though from the fight.
Also, I mean, Tank is. I mean, he's talked about it. Like he's like doesn't mind taking hits, and like he talks about he's never really had somebody who's like never got his bell rung. Like so, nobody's really like had like power, like punching power that's made him go like, damn. Like,
yeah, for sure. But when you're going down a weight class or when you're losing weight to fight an opponent, do you think that has an effect on how powerful you're going to punch your opponent? Because that's the trend with all of Javonte Davis opponents. He's making them come to his weight class. He's not bulking up or he's not going up. You feel me? They're dropping weight a little bit to go to him. I know Garcia did it. I know Frank Martin did it. They were saying Frank Martin like he was about to die out there trying to weigh in because he just looked so frail. You feel me? Like his neck and stuff is just it's like it was just bad. I'm a clip all of this stuff, bro. I'm gonna clip all of this.
I don't really. I think it does. Especially, I heard a lot of fighters, especially for the Ryan Garcia fight when it was the no rehydration clause. I saw that was some fighters put their input on that, and they said they would like to see that same fight happen, but without the rehydration clause. So that way, it's not that hard because it was hard on Ryan Garcia. I remember him talking about that.
Yeah. That was like the Garcia fight, when that happened, that was like my first time like really like hearing, okay, an opponent is going to lose weight so they can fight somebody else. Like I'm sure that has happened before in boxing history, but that was my first time hearing something like that. So I thought it was interesting for sure. But I feel like Garcia though, he was somebody that gave Davis kind of like a bang for his buck, and that's kind of like why he respects him so much. You feel me? I seen them showing love to each other after the fight, but
I don't
yeah.
really think so.
How many? You know how many rounds they went?
6, if I'm correct.
6 out of 12 rounds.
I remember I was watching the fight live, and I saw him get knocked down the first time, and then I saw him get knocked down that last time, and I was like, yeah.
I forgot about that. I watched that fight, and I just literally forgot how many times he got knocked down prior to him being knocked out. That just made me want to retract my entire statement. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yeah, that was bad. But what I was gonna say, yeah, I seen them showing love to each other after the fight and whatnot. I thought that was pretty dope too. Just Garcia and Tank to just, still be cool, whatever the case may be. So
But I saw there was another discussion that was started on Instagram. People were talking about would Tank win or Floyd Mayweather win? Like Floyd in his prime.
that'll be a fight for the century. Man.
I'm taking Floyd. I know I like Gervonta, but I think Floyd wins that. His defense is perfect.
Yeah. The student never really beats the teacher, you feel me? So, yeah, I'm dang near going with Floyd, too. 50-0, and Floyd's just like the OG, bro. You feel me? You got to put all your money on Floyd,
And I know Tank is good, and he usually takes his, a few rounds to figure out his opponent, and then after that, he starts breaking them down.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, you've seen that with Frank Martin for sure. And you've seen that with Garcia. It's just beautiful to watch how Tank just...
And Romero, I think that's his last name.
Oh, yeah. That was like the fight that really put everyone's eye on Tank. Like, of course, Tank was like whooping ass before then, but that fight right there really let people know, like, okay, yeah, Tank's coming. You feel me?
Because the last 4 people he's fought, he's handed those people their first losses.
Yeah. Yep. Speaking of first losses, how do you feel about that? I know in the boxing community, people like to say, oh, they lost their first fight, they're done. You feel me? How you feel about that, dude? Does one loss mean that much, or can people bounce back? Floyd has definitely set that expectation, too.
I don't think one loss means much. Yeah, I don't think one loss means anything. Especially if you're like a real dominant person. It can happen at one time. It happens to the best of people, but honestly, I don't think one loss determines messes up your legacy.
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing what Deontay Wilder does and keep fighting when you washed, it's practically over. Like, that's definitely can damage your legacy.
I will say that I agree with you. I don't think it affects your legacy, but I think it definitely affects like your mindset. You feel me? It definitely is going to hit different when you're that undefeated person and then you're out here lost your first fight. You feel me? It takes away from your high. It takes away from just I guess your confidence, self-esteem, whatever you want to say, bro. But I would love to see that fight, man. Floyd Mayweather would never take that fight, by the way. Gervonta Davis.
It was a prime Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. But I would still love to see like a sparring or whatever, Floyd versus Gervonta, because Floyd definitely still got it, bro. He's still functionable, he's still quick, whatever, bro.
Most of those are exhibitions against
bums. That's just chasing the bag right there. You're gonna win. Hey, guy can't do nothing but respect the 50-0, bro. I'll be doing the same thing, man. Fighting amateurs. But yeah, shoot, anything else you want to talk about? It's a quick episode for us, 44 minutes.
Honestly, I don't really have anything right now, to be honest.
Okay. 44 minutes, not bad, man. Well, episode 3, like I said, we out.